Oh, is that a margarita he was drinking? Maybe it looked like there was like salt on the rim.
He likes tequila drinks, so
Might be, right?
margaritas are well within his range.
And Ryan Fee with jacks in the small blind. And it looks like Armenian Mike straddled the cutoff. Is that right? So he straddled the cutoff.
Yeah.
And wow, look at this. Jacks and ace queen suited. We got some action hands here. So Ryan just flatted the small blind in bad position there on the straddle, trying to get somebody to raise. And now Barry's going to raise with his ace queen suited, and it'll be interesting to see. So Josh completed with 10 deuce suited. And
Somebody acted out of turn, maybe. Back in action. All right.
okay, Josh is out. Okay.
Yeah. 2-player straddled.
It looks like Armenian Mike might straddle to 100 there in the cutoff, or he limped. And but Barry, regardless, Barry makes it ace queen of clubs. He makes it 400, and now it comes back to Ryan with jacks in the small blind. Does he just call? Does he limp 3-bet here?
I mean, they're so deep. Look at that. 25,000, 14,000 almost.
It looks like Ryan raised, so he wants to play a big pot here. He makes it 1,400, it looks like.
And it says Barry folded, but he still has cards.
Yeah, we're back in action here.
Yep.
And so basically what happened was there was a straddle to 100, and Ryan Fee just called from the small blind with jacks, and then Barry made it 400 with ace queen suited, and it came back to Ryan, and he made it 1,400 out of position. And Barry's not going to fold here. I mean, he should just be calling here every time. Ace queen suited is a really good hand, plays well post flop. Oh, he's going to go for it. He's going to go for it? Wow, he's going to go for the 4-bet. Here we go. Get action here. Let's go, Barry Woods.
What a sexy.
Wow, he's going for it.
Sexy blocker 4-bet.
2,800. I mean, it's just such a good hand to just peel with, though, you know?
Yeah.
Now, Ryan just can't fold here, right? I mean,
But at the same
this
time,
looks so strong, though, yeah.
At the same time, I mean, I don't mind the 4-bet at all, though. Because now Ryan, for the rest of the hand, his very deep stack is threatened. Barry has a little bit of a trappy hand with ace queen, and he can pile on the pressure right here. He can force Ryan to define his hand, and he has a ton of equity. It's suited. He has high cards. Definitely the higher variance play, but I have no problem with it.
So
And
Ryan calls.
Already 5,700 in this pot.
And the king of clubs on the turn, interesting.
On the flop.
I mean, on the flop, gives backdoors for Barry. That's a scary card for Ryan. So, like, Ryan here.
Snap checked.
Yeah, but if Barry c-bets here, I think Ryan just has to fold. When you peel out of position 4-bet, when you just flat with jacks, you can't continue on, like, an ace-king board. You know, queen is questionable. But because they have a lot of ace-king. You know, ace-queen, of course, too. But a lot of ace-king in their range. And so you really can't continue on those boards if you're going to play the hand like that. And so Barry actually down bets to 2,500 here in this flop, which is interesting. But, like, if you're Ryan, how do you continue here? Because what happens if you face a turn bet? Now you're just giving away money.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't put, if I'm in Ryan's shoes, I wouldn't put Barry on a hand like ace-queen here.
Wow, 2,500.
I mean,
just
maybe...
calls. He called.
Yeah, it's hard to think of the bluff combos that Barry has.
I mean, this is the probably the most interesting post-flop hand tonight so far.
Yeah. I wonder what Ryan thinks he's beating here. I mean, ace-queen is like...
I think he just knows he has to call one street here. But if Barry bets, I don't think Barry can bet this turn. But if he does, I think Ryan has to fold. Now, Barry only has about 8K and change behind, and he's got less than pot here, so Barry would have to shove here. But I don't know if Barry has it in him to shove. Does he? If he shoves, he wins, I think.
He's already 4-bet and made a decent size c-bet. It was a little bit less than half pot.
And he does check. He kind of gives up here.
Yeah, but I mean the king should be scary to queens, jacks.
And both these guys should be scared of the king.
Yeah, and the fact that he 4-bet and c-bet and it still didn't get Ryan off.
I mean, a 4-bet pot, it's so easy for somebody to have a king.
Yeah.
And a 10 of clubs on the river. A 10 of clubs on the turn would have been more interesting. And now Ryan checks. And Barry knows he can't win if he checks. So does he go for it? And if he goes for it, what does Ryan do? This is a very interesting hand. Does Barry have the cojones to shove here? Can he do it?
I would be very impressed if he does. I know he has it in him. I just don't know if he can do it right here.
What if he doesn't shove? What if he just makes it like 6K or like 5K or something?
I mean,
oh, he's going for it. He's going for it. Here we go. He's not going to shove. That's actually the perfect play. Don't shove. Make it like 4K or like 4,800.
Just make it look so value-y. Wow. What
Looks
a
like
play
he
by
might
Barry
be less
Woods.
than 4K here. What is it? 38? 28? That's so small. I mean, how can Ryan fold here? But at the same time, what does he beat? 2,800 is such a small bet. It looks like pure value. So he bets 2,800 into about 10,700, right?
Yeah.
So, like, by the math, he only needs Ryan to fold about 20%, 22% of the time, 21% of the time to show a profit here. And he should be folding at least 22% of the time, based on that bet.
But from Ryan's perspective, what hands is he beating now? I mean, like ace 10?
Is he really going to value ace 10 here? Probably just checks back ace 10.
I mean, all the other pocket pairs have him beat, 9s,
I mean,
10s.
if you think the only hand that you're beating is ace 10, you can't call because he doesn't have that often enough. He has to have bluffs in his range in order for you to call here. And, like, what hand can he bluff with here? Like
you block ace jack.
I mean, this is the specific hand that he would be bluffing with. I mean, he could bet queens here. You know?
Queen? King, queen?
Yeah, he could bet king, queen, and queens. You know? Because I think king, queen, and queens he would play that same way possibly.
Yeah.
But they're such small bets.
Bet and then check back the turn. Yeah,
they're such small bets. The down bet on the flop, and then 2,800 is only less than, or yeah, about quarter pot on the river.
So if you shove over the 2,800, I mean,
then it looks really strong. But Ryan's face, I think he's like his face, like he just can't check shove here.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be a sick, like turn your hand to a bluff. But what hand are you getting to fold? That's the problem.
Yeah.
Like queens, that's it, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think he folds queens after his action. You see, like, all that acting there, like, he already said, I'm not check raising you. Don't worry, Barry.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about calling or folding. It's a really good bet. But the thing is, like, Barry knows Ryan's a good player. And, like, you can never make this play against a player who doesn't like folding, right?
Yeah.
But Ryan's good enough. Barry knows that and respects him and knows that he can fold here. If this was another guy at the table, no disrespect to them, but a guy like Mike, a guy like Ron or Eldar or somebody that has, you know, he knows they have a hand like jacks or queens on this board and that they're just not going to fold it to a small bet. He's going to do it. He's going to do it. Then he wouldn't do it. But he respects Ryan Fee, and that's why he's willing to bluff him here because he knows Ryan's good enough to make this fold.
He's going to puke call, I think. Like, he was going to fold. He's just like, I'm never good here. I can never possibly be good here, but I'm getting such a good price.
I mean, he's probably doing math in his head right now.
Wow.
He folds.
That is a very disciplined fold.
Oh, my God.
He was
Barry,
so
show
close.
it. Show it, Barry. Show it. Show it. Oh, what a hand by Barry Woods.
Oh.
That was an amazing hand by Barry Woods. And Ryan was so close to calling, but he just had no idea what he beats. Wow. I mean, who quarter pot bluffs in a 4-bet pot?
Yeah.
Who does it?
Did you just see that? He just gave like this kind of glance and smirk. He's like, yep.
I think I had the best hand the whole way.
Oh, that was so gangster by Barry. I love that play. Hats off to you.
He could also have 10s there, actually, too.
But 10s is a set.
I was just afraid maybe.
No, I know. I'm saying what Ryan could fold to there.
Oh.
Right now, like he's beating 10s, like he checks back 10s on the turn, and then
Yeah.
he makes a set on the river. But I think he would have bet bigger with 10s on the river.
Yeah, he only had 8,000 behind. I mean,
Because that looked like a one-pair bet, the way he bet so small. Like, knowing I have the best hand, but I have one pair.
yeah.
You know, something like that.
And like, especially if you put him on a hand like Ace King, you think he's probably not going to be folding Ace King, but I don't know. Like, yeah.
I mean, I don't think Ryan has Ace King as played too often.
But I mean, that's like when you see a king high flop and then he doesn't get shaken off on the flop. I mean, you have to think he has something along those lines.
his hand looked like queens or jacks.
Yeah.
If you really boil it down and see like all the action. So like you think of what hand are you going to limp 3-bet, call 4-bet, check call flop, check turn, check river.
Yeah.
On that board. Jacks and queens makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And Barry figured that out and said, you know, if I bet small here and make it look like value, it's really hard for Ryan to call. And he's good enough to fold, and it worked out. And Ryan's probably going to call a decent percentage of the time if he knows Barry better. But knowing that, you know, Ryan, like Barry knows that Ryan doesn't know Barry. And, you know, it's just like, I know that you know that I know that you know type of thing. And, you know, Barry probably knows, I mean, he might, I don't know how much Barry studies poker, but he might know Ryan Fee better than Ryan Fee knows Barry.
Yeah.
And that's an advantage for Barry when you're playing in a game like this.
I doubt it if he knows Ryan. I mean, he might know Ryan Fee. I don't know, but I doubt that he knows him that well.
Yeah. I mean, you might have heard of him, but.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of the things that Barry would have been bluffing, could have been bluffing with, got there. You know, he might have been, he had ace high. He could have been bluffing there with a queen jack. I mean, a lot of these weird hands kind of got 2-pair there.
Yeah. Now, I mean, Barry's been in
way behind.
3 really interesting hands tonight. If
Yeah.
he hadn't made that call with 5s,
You'll see it.
if he had just laid it down on the turn even,
Decide to spend 3 hours to watch
just gave it up, he would be up 4K right now.